I welcome you guys today. I understand it's a very stormy day today, but guess what? It's a beautiful day every single day. I understand that those who are very affected about the nice beautiful storm or rainfall or clouds, or maybe don't like sunny days, or maybe you don't like rain, or maybe you don't even like a rainbow. I don't know, but guess what? I understand that when it's a stormy day, I understand I can also see a rainbow sometimes. I understand that what's important is understand that every single day you must be performing something on the street right now. I understand if you want to be famous, you have to get on the street and start performing. Because you have to be giving those live performances every single day about something that you love to do. I realize if you got nothing to do in life, I realize that's why you're not on the street and performing like me, because I've got something to do every single day. I have something to do. I understand when I go and really perform and outperform myself every single day on the street, and I do something very spontaneous, like making sure I be in public, where I can live the public, instead of doing anything in a 9-to-5 job, I understand I'm always much better for it. I understand when I really go and really, let's say, dwell upon what I do every single day, I make sure I'm always appropriate. I have to be appropriate in a way that I'm nice. I have to be nice and nicer. Because as Gary Vaynerchuk says, that anything that's ROI is ROI positive. I promise you, although understand that when you go ROI positive, you'll be nice, as Gary Vaynerchuk says. I promise you, anything that's nice today is ROI positive. I understand that when anything is a ROI or ROI is a return on investment. But when you understand that when I give you some kindness today, I understand I'm much nicer for it. And when you're nicer for it, you have a better attitude in the process. And that's what makes a quality leader. I promise you, anything that's really quality in life is a leader of greatness. And now to be a leader of greatness, I mean, let's look at the first leader of the planet. I mean, let's look at Jesus Christ. I mean, look at him and understand to emulate Jesus Christ. I mean, just emulate him and understand that you don't know it all, because Jesus Christ came before you. So make sure you understand that you had to learn from somebody as you were growing up. So you started to learn from your biological parents and your sister and mother and ancestry. I mean, start learning from Jesus, because Jesus will start teaching you much more than your family ever will. I promise you that what's amazing about Jesus Christ every single day is that when you have Jesus Christ in your life more, you'll start public speaking. I promise you, every single day I public speak, I have Jesus Christ more in my life. And I understand every single day I sing a symphony of God when I nicely and beautifully come on the street and do a public speaking performance like this, or something like a rap. I understand just earlier today I was rapping. I understand either way that what's a nice beautiful idea is capture it in the moment and give it. I understand that either way that what's important is I have a trolley. I have a nice beautiful 20-kilogram speaker, and it's around 20 kilograms. But I understand that my trolley helps me to carry everything. I realize it carries my food and my drinks and my laptop and my shoulder bag. I realize it carries 25 kilos. I mean, around 25 kilos. I mean, guess what? I realize my big portrait over here is on my trolley. I mean, what's amazing about street performance is when you're giving ideas, I mean, understand that when you're playing your music and you want to be a singer, I understand just earlier today I was in the shower, and because I was in the shower, I was playing my nice beautiful rap music that I was just playing here earlier today. And why was I doing that? Because I don't just listen to my nice beautiful music while I'm singing my music. I understand that when I sing my music, I sing it while my nice beautiful vocal track that I made is singing it back to me. I understand that when my nice beautiful phone says, I deliver quality in silence, and I actually listen to it and it says it on the phone, and it actually brings that nice beautiful vocal to me, I then repeat the nice beautiful vocal in the shower. So I repeat after my nice beautiful vocals. I understand when you play an instrumental track, I realize it's playing, and then you can sing it without the vocals. But then let's say you play your nice beautiful instrumental track that has your vocals in it, and now it's playing an actual vocal track, and then I play the vocal track in my nice beautiful shower, and as I also walk with my trolley, I understand my speaker's playing my nice beautiful vocal track, and what do? I sing back to it. I understand when the nice beautiful music says, I deliver quality in silence, I get my microphone and I sing it live. Because I understand the speaker's playing the actual instrumental that I made with the vocal, but then I sing it while it's playing, and while I'm walking, and while I shower. I sing it back. And why do I do that? Because I practice my nice beautiful lyrics. You have to practice your lyrics somehow. So when you're practicing your lyrics, you practice in the shower. Or whenever you play your music, you start singing back to your music so that you can remember your lyrics. I understand that's why I'm understanding always to practice. I have to practice. So either way, I understand that when I come and make an entrance, I make a big entrance, because that's what you need. You need to entice people with something big. I understand, although you also need to entice people with the small details as well. I understand that life is not made of big matters. I understand life is made of small matters. I understand anything small can make up something big, but anything big can never make up something small. I promise you must understand that anything small is so much greater, which is the little I. Understand the letter I is something very amazing, because when you go into small aspects of life, you understand that the only word in the dictionary that you must know is the little I for insect, I for inspiration, I for integrity, I for idea. I understand that when I go and really understand that, I understand that when I can understand my I can also be big. I can do something very amazing every single day. I thank you. I understand I'm always making sure every single day I go and perform live on the street, because if you're jealous of me, I mean, come and have a conversation with me every single day. I mean, I understand I love to talk with people. I love to make sure every single day that I have everything I understand every single day I love to make sure everything is underway, but I make sure that I have everything much more prepared for I in terms of my life. So I prepare my nice, beautiful microphones. So understand that when you start your nice, beautiful live coaching session or whatever you're doing on the street, I mean, make sure you have 2 microphones, because sometimes somebody else wants to sing your song with you. I mean, sometimes somebody else wants to have a nice, beautiful appointment with you in your YouTube video, and they want to join you as an interview. I mean, just give them a nice, beautiful microphone. So what I do is I get myself an extra speaker, and I get myself 4 microphones, and now I can interview a whole family. I mean, I can interview 4 people at once. I mean, do you understand? Because I am that person who understands I'm divine, but we're all divine. I understand that what's important is understand that when you're communicating every single day, communicate the best you can. I understand also earlier today, I wrote in my journal that I started to also make sure I have much more success. So what did I do? I go into my journal because I understand some Serbian and Croatian, because that's my background. So what did I do? I go into my Serbian journal and my Croatian Balkan journal, in terms of my Balkan journal legacy. I understand either way. I make sure I'm always writing a journal in English, so I have to keep writing English anyway. But then I understand that when I write in Serbian more and more and more, I build up this mass database of actual words I can actually say, because I've written them down. But if you're not writing words down, you then don't understand what you can say. Otherwise, if I write 1 billion words, I understand I can actually say those 1 billion words all the time. I mean, that's why I go into my nice, beautiful Serbian journal now. So I have 2 journals now. I have a Serbian journal, where I understand it's a Croatian one as well, and a Macedonian one and all that, because that is the nice, beautiful European one, where it's a Yugoslavian nature. To understand that I will be teaching people in Serbian as well in my nice, beautiful journal, as well as English. I understand though that the differences here is that in my Serbian journal, I want to just write. I understand although, but I don't want to write anything that's you never do, in terms of what you never do. I understand I write that in terms of my English. I understand I just transfer it, but I make sure I start off with a blank page with my Serbian writing. And now I understand either way that I was relying on my biological dad to teach me Serbian as I was growing up. I'm still growing up. I understand that what's amazing is now I don't have to ever rely on anybody to teach me anything. I can learn Spanish without an actual Spanish teacher. I understand that my Spanish teacher is a robot. I understand that Chinese or any type of language in the world, I can learn it in Google Translator. I can just keep learning those nice, beautiful languages and start to actually write the language in my journal. So let's say I want to learn Chinese. I understand maybe a few words in Chinese. I understand although ni and hao, I understand either way. Ni hao, I understand either way. I understand that what's amazing, that when I go into Chinese, for example, and I learn all these words, I want to be able to write them down as much as I can and teach people in my journal about Chinese, and about not just Chinese, but something about life in Chinese. So I get my journal, which is my video, for example. I may do a video in Chinese. I mean, that's my nice, beautiful journal right now, which is my English journal right now. I understand you're listening to my audio podcast right here, which is my video, or it's my video podcast as well, which is on YouTube right now. But guess what? You can download the nice, beautiful segments of audio in my Mega Drive. I understand that what's important is understand that this is my journal, which is my video. But anything I do with audio is also my journal. And anything I do with my Instagram and YouTube is my journal. I understand also that my Mega Drive, where all my images of me and my life and how I really do my life in terms of PDFs and all these files go up online into an online storage, or else that's my whole journal. But guess what? I have a writing journal as well. And then when I go and write in my journal every single day, I write as much as I can in all languages. I mean, let's say you want to learn all languages in the world, you have to be writing a book of Chinese. In terms of, you have to write 50,000 pages of Chinese words. And when you do that, you'll get smarter in Chinese. You'll get smarter in all these languages that you are really, let's say, doing in your journal every single day. So I write every single day 50,000 words in my just writing journal. I write physically. I just type around. I type 50,000 words in my phone. And this here, I understand this is like typing, but it's a different I realize this is a different type of typing. I understand I'm speaking this, although I'm speaking it in a video, but my writing journal is something that you don't see me doing this. You don't see my actual face and you don't hear my voice. I realize it's just like the Bible, for example, which is the words, and like a book. I understand I write an English book like the Bible, but then go and write a Chinese book like a Bible. If you're English and you never learned Chinese or any Spanish or any type of language in the world, I mean, go and write a whole Bible on that subject. I mean, learn to understand that when I go now and I write Serbian, because let's say my Serbian is at 50%. I understand, although, that when I write another 1 billion words in my journal, which is my physical journal, and I keep writing and typing and typing and typing, I understand that what's important is I understand every single day, I go and do my best. I thank you very much, sir. I thank you. You can just drop it in there. I thank you. I thank you, boss. I thank you. I understand a beautiful child and a beautiful family are giving me some money. I understand that it doesn't matter what kind of money you give me, I understand it's a gift of kindness. So even if you give me 5 cents and somebody else gives me $1 million, I realize you gave me equally. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you. So understand the story of Jesus Christ. I mean, that woman gave her last penny. And another man who was a taxpayer who gave $1 billion to the actual taxpayers. I mean, what did Jesus say? I mean, this woman who gave her last penny gave equally as the ones who gave $1 billion. I mean, do you understand? I mean, so it doesn't matter really how much you give me in terms of money. Otherwise, it matters that you just come and give me something. I mean, that's equal. Otherwise, if you give me 5 cents and she gives me $2, I love you both equally. I don't love her more because she gave me $2 and you less because you gave me 5 cents. I love you all equally. So if you give me $1 billion and that woman gives me 5 cents, I love you both equally. I thank you very much. I thank you. And see how much of a blessing they are to just keep dropping some nice, beautiful coins in my nice, beautiful donation fund over here. I understand, although it's my first time to understand that my trolley is actually a donation fund. I just realized now, in terms of my eye. I understand that I never really asked for any money in terms of my beautiful street performance. I never put like a guitar on the floor, or I never put a hat on the floor. I mean, I can put my hat on the floor here. I mean, I can put a hat on the floor and it actually looks like I want some donation funds over here. But I don't show that I want some donation funds. I understand, although, that now it feels like that I do show my trolley as a donation fund, but I don't really use it as a donation fund. I just use it for my stuff. I mean, what's amazing is I'm the type of individual that doesn't want to place a guitar or my hat or some buckets or something on the floor so that people say, that guy wants a donation or something. I mean, do you understand? I understand that either way, that my donation fund is what I give you right now in terms of my nice, beautiful video. So when I come here every single day and I come and perform something on the street, such as a nice, beautiful public speaking event, that's all the donation funds I ever need. But what's amazing is when I go and improve upon my Serbian today, I have to now understand that I have an extra habit to deal with. I have to understand how to write some Serbian down and I have to write some English down on the same day. But it gives me something of more passion quality to do, because when I go to Spain and I show up there, and I'm not speaking English in Spain, I'm speaking Spanish in Spain. I mean, that's respect. I mean, go and understand that when you go into China, don't speak English over there. I mean, speak Chinese. I mean, respect the country. And understand that you can learn the whole subject of Chinese and go to China and speak Chinese. I mean, go to Arabia and learn Arabian and speak Arabian over there. I mean, that's respect, because you get smarter. I mean, you then start to actually write in all these journals that you have. So you write Arabian, you write Chinese, you write Serbian. But the more you write physically or mentally in terms of you're speaking it out through your words, or else the more you're going to be able to function in that nice, beautiful category or language. So when I go and write another billion words in Serbian, I realize my vocabulary from Serbian is going to go from 50% to 60%. I'll actually improve my nice, beautiful Serbian by 10% by every single 1 billion words I say in Serbian. I mean, what is the difference? I just have to speak up more. I just have to speak up more about Serbian. I mean, do you understand? So when I want to increase my level of 5% of Serbian to have 5% more smarts in Serbian, I just have to write physically in my journal or on a video another 1 billion words. I mean, just 1 billion words, you can do it. I mean, and then what happens is you increase your Serbian by 5% and you're actually 5% smarter in Serbian now. You can actually speak much greater. So guess how I can speak my communication skills? I've wrote over 10 billion words and more. I've wrote in my journals. I mean, over 10 billion words. I mean, I get better and better the more I communicate English. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, every single day you go and communicate your work and you go and do something on the street or something that you love to do. I mean, just make sure you understand that whatever you want to improve in, you can do it in your journal. You can write. I understand many ideas come to me during the day. I understand that when I have these ideas, I write them down in my journal because I understand that I can get my video out and I can start doing these 1-minute video clips of my motivational videos. But what's amazing is I love to write as well. I understand I love to do motivational videos. I understand this is my motivational video, but I keep my nice, beautiful motivational videos for street performance and also my how-to videos. But everything else is writing physically, like quotes or something like that, and also my journal and my audio comes with my video. I understand I don't have a separate podcast other than this video. So I understand that before, when I was testing everything out, I wanted to have before a podcast that doesn't relate to these videos. So just an audio podcast. But then I say, hey, I mean, why don't I just join my audio podcast with my videos and make my extraction of I make an extraction of this video. I get the audio from this video and I make that my podcast. I mean, why do I have to go and create another 1 hour of audio without a video? I mean, why don't I just join it together into one video and then I extract the audio from the video, and it makes it easier for me in terms of more effectiveness to do something else, like go and eat something so I can have some energy, because I don't eat just to eat. I don't eat cake to eat. I eat something that's very much healthier than cake, because cake doesn't give you any energy. I promise you, soft drinks in terms of white sugar and all that doesn't give you any energy. You ladies have to come and get my business card. I want to give you my business card. I mean, which one of you want my business card? I'll give you my business card. I understand that what's amazing is I love to give my business cards out. I understand it's very important that you come and see what I have to give. I mean, come on. I mean, just come. I understand that what's amazing is when you really, really invite people and they don't want your business card, I understand you just keep making sure that you're giving content, because what's amazing is make sure that you understand that when you're shy for something, that you understand that either way you must be in the spotlight, you must be doing something great. You must understand that when you do something great every single day, you go and realize every single day, just be the best you can be. I understand that when you go and be the best you can be, I realize sometimes people are going to reject you just like that. I mean, understand that when I call them over and they don't want to come over, I realize it's because they don't have confidence to come over. I realize it's because they don't have worthiness to come over. I understand, either way, I understand they're coming now. I understand, I love the bravery over here. I love the bravery. I understand that it's very important to be in the spotlight with me and come and have a nice, beautiful conversation with me as well. I mean, come on. I want to interview as well. I mean, come into the nice, beautiful video and say hi to the audience. I mean, are you shy? Are you shy? You come and get my business card at least. You come and get my business card at least. You have to come and get my business card. I thank you. I thank you. You get my business card? I now need you to come on the microphone. I need you to come on the microphone as well. I mean, come on. I mean, just ask me one question. I mean, one question you can ask me. You can ask me one question about life. I just need one question. I understand they're very shy girls. I just need you on the nice, beautiful microphone. I need to interview you. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, come on. You can do it. You can come with your friends. You come all together. You can come together. You come together. You come together. You come all together, and everybody here, I realize we're going to have a nice, beautiful family session. I understand I'm your family, so let's do this. Come on. I said, come on. I understand now, what is your name and where are you from? You don't have to take it off. I mean, there's no rules. I don't have a coronavirus mask. I apologize.
Okay.
I mean, what's your name and where you're from and what do you do?
I'm Kayla. I'm from Sydney, Australia, and I do retail.
I mean, that's the most... I'm very impressed with you because I understand that she said I first. I am Kayla. I understand now what's important is understand that no matter what, I get you to repeat your I. Because when you start your sentence, I is the first letter. I love you.
Yeah.
I understand either way. What question do you have for me, Kayla? I mean, anything about life. I mean, maybe about Jesus Christ or about your friends or how to improve them.
You just give me your best life advice you've got.
I'll give you my best life advice. I understand that no matter what, that when you come here, you have to understand you have to lead, you have to grow up much more. You have to understand that we have to double our age and we have to triple our age. And we have to be something infinity and beyond. I mean, we have to be something much greater. So when we're really, really developing ourselves, I love that you ladies are coming here and having an interview with me because I understand that what's amazing, if you want to be Beyonce, you have to get on the microphone.
Oh.
I mean, isn't that beautiful? But it's very beautiful when you're Beyonce, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
I mean, either way, understand that if you want to be Beyonce, I'll teach you in my Nice Beautiful journal, which is my YouTube and Instagram. I mean, come and check it out. The Nice
Okay.
Beautiful ideas.
It's on your business card.
I mean, that's my business card, but that's my fancy way of saying I love you.
oh,
Otherwise now,
that's
with my Nice
sweet.
Beautiful, I don't understand that when I do that, I understand it's my fancy way of saying I love you. But what's amazing is that when you're really growing up and you're understanding that no matter what, you share yourself around as much as you can and promote yourself as much as you can, but understand no matter what that you always have to be lifting people. You have to be understanding public speaking. Do you do some public speaking?
No, not really.
I understand that when you say you have to say I see, not really.
Oh, not really.
You say I see, not really.
I see, not really.
I realize now when you started your first sentence over here, you said
Yes, I.
you said your name. You said I'm with your name.
Yes.
You said Kayla.
Yes.
You said I'm Kayla.
Yes.
I understand that what's important is always repeating people's names as well to understand that you can always remember them, but making sure you're always giving those ideas. You have to be making sure that your first letter, every single sentence is I love you.
Okay.
I mean I for I. I mean when you said the first sentence, you said I'm Kayla. I mean you didn't just say Kayla. You said
Yes.
I'm Kayla because that's how I actually start my sentences all the time. And what do you finish with?
Good question.
I mean you just said I.
I.
You say I finish with I.
Oh, do
I
I?
start with I finish with I.
Okay.
I mean what do you finish with?
Depends on the question.
I mean, now I just really gave you the answer, which is I. I start with I and finish with I.
Okay.
I mean, what do you finish with?
I.
I. And what do you start with?
I.
I mean, now you understand?
Yes.
I mean, that's how you really understand every question now. I mean, any question you want answered in your life, you say the question and the answer is I.
Okay.
I mean, how many questions can we make up in the world?
I don't know. It's
I
a
mean,
lot.
I mean, you can say that we can make billions of questions, but every single answer is I.
Yes.
I mean, all the questions of those answers, in terms of the answers of those questions, is just one letter, I. I mean, just go and answer. I mean, anytime you have a nice, beautiful question for yourself, I mean, just understand I is the actual answer for the question. Because there's no one better, in terms of nobody better that can answer your question than I. I mean, so when you ask us, I mean, when you're asking yourself questions every single day, throughout the day, and how do I do this and how do I do this, you just say I.
Okay.
I can do it. I have to find out. I is the way. I. Because I is where Jesus points you. I realize when you go and read from Jesus, I realize Jesus says, go back to you because you are the way. I realize now Jesus is the way, but then Jesus says, you are the way also. I mean, everybody else is not the way. You are the way. I'm not the way for you, but you are the way for you. I'm the way for I. You're the way for you. I mean, you are not the way for her. You're not the way for her. You're not the way for anybody else. But you are for you. You're for you. You're for you. You're for you. And we're not separate, but everything is I for I. Your eye is for your eye. Your eye is for your eye. And that's how it is. But it's all one. Or else everybody has that one eye. And how do you feel in front of people now? I mean, do you feel this nice, beautiful spotlight going and the vibe over here?
Yeah, it's great. Kind of.
I mean,
intimidating, but it's getting better now that.
I mean, when you say, yeah, it's great, I understand that you must say, I see, yeah. I mean, I great. I mean, you have to say, I see, yeah, and I'm great about that. I feel great.
See it.
I see, yeah, because you just missed out the I again. You have to start your first sentence with I. I mean, when you start your next sentence, you have to say the I word. You said it, but now you're much more positive about it because you're not going
Yes.
You're saying I at least.
Yes, at least.
I say yes at least.
I say yes, at least.
You see, you missed out your I again. You're not.
I said wait, did I?
You did. You say you have to understand your I is very important. So when you're speaking communication, look out for your I, and understand Jesus says don't cut your I out. I understand every single sentence I start, I again will start this way. I again start with my sentence like this because how do I say I again? I understand. I just start again with my I. I understand now. Are you listening? I understand now. You're looking at me. I mean, how am I starting my sentences? I. I mean, how do I finish my sentences? I understand. I start with you, and then I start with I. I understand now. I go back to you, and then back to I, because I go back to you. I go back to you. I go back to I. I mean, do you see how it connects together with the I? And those are the goalposts of how to communicate with the I. And then you just go increase the I every single day. But it's very important that you're getting the nice, beautiful feel of how it is. But understand, you must understand that if tens and thousands of people are watching you now, and you're just watching me, I mean, don't even watch them, but watch me. I mean, when you're watching me, I mean, we have a nice, beautiful interaction going. And when we have an interaction going, I mean, what's important is the 10,000 people is not that important. But what's important is our conversation. Whereas now, when we turn for the crowd, I mean, this beautiful woman. I may say, this beautiful woman is somebody that has courage. And then now we're talking to the crowd, but then we turn back to each other, and now we're communicating again. Or is that what's important is understand that you have more confidence than them.
I do.
I
Yes,
promise you that she has more confidence because she's on the microphone. You have to grab the microphone and speak. I actually see it. I understand. I'm just being honest. But if you want to be more confident like her, you have to grab the microphone now.
Yep.
I promise you now, either way, you're more confident for me than them because they have to go now. I need you to say something at least on the microphone.
Cake. Cake.
I mean, you say cake. I love cake.
This is a pyramid scheme.
I love everything. I love, but what's amazing, you have to also speak on the microphone so you understand.
Joe Rogan?
I love Joe Rogan. I watch him every day.
Do you like Alex Jones?
I love everything. I love everything.
Okay.
I need you to speak on the microphone because you didn't speak on the
I
microphone.
did just speak.
I love everything. I thank you very much, but understand every single day, you say, I thank you.
I thank you.
I thank you.
shall go now.
Because when you say thank you, you miss the I again. I thank you.
I thank you.
You don't say welcome, you say I welcome you.
I welcome you.
I welcome you. I thank you. I thank you. You ladies can find me and talk to me anytime on the Nice Beautiful Instagram because I have a free helpline. So either way, you can check out my beautiful bio link. I thank you. I thank you. I understand that what's important is understand you must be growing. You must be understanding your I simplification, which is do not miss the I, as Jesus says. So understand it's very important to communicate. And when you're communicating every single day, you have to inspire people. You have to inspire people every single day to communicate and get the ladies and people to understand that, hey, they came back and they want to get on the microphone this time because that's something that a leader does. I mean, look at me. I'm a leader because I can speak on a microphone. Because what is a leader then? I mean, I is the leader. I is the answer to everything. I understand that either way, you must understand that when I go and grow up every single day, I want to be a star. I promise you, isn't that amazing? I promise you every single day I be a star. I make sure I go and really communicate, but make sure you understand every single day you must go and really be fluent. I understand that when those girls, I said that they are not confident to even step with me on stage, I understand it's honest. But then guess what? Otherwise they turn around and they say, hey, I'm confident. I'm confident. I want to stay on the stage with you. I mean, do you understand? Because understand that those who walk away from you and who don't want a conversation with you are the ones who are less confident than you. So understand that anybody who's telling you get away from them, and anybody who's telling you that you're annoying because you're talking to them, or it's because they're immature. I mean, leaders speak up more. So when you're speaking up more, you always be the leader who's approaching people online and also engaging people online, but doing more content. And now, Gary Vaynerchuk says, do 100 pieces of content every single day. But I understand that what that is really be better than yesterday and just write as much as you can. I mean, go into your journal, and there's only 3 ways to do really anything in terms of communication. And it's really, you speak up in terms of a video, or writing, or audio. I mean, what's your beautiful talents? I need you to get my business card. I need to give you my business card. I also need to interview one time. I need you to ask me a question over here. I need you to ask me one question, I'll answer one question. I answer one question. I mean, one question you can do one question. I mean, you have time for one question? You have time, I thank you. I understand that what's amazing is just understand every single day, try to convince people of yourself and try to convince people to get up on a nice beautiful video and start doing a nice beautiful entrepreneurship session. I understand it's very much more important that when they come, you shall win. I mean, do you understand? But if they really have to go, I mean, understand that you target them 4 or 5 times and you give them the 5, 10 triggers that they need, and if they still don't want to, you just say, oh, thank you very much then. I mean, do you understand? I mean, try to target them to come as much as they can. I understand this man comes and says he has to go to work. I understand you can do one more question. I mean, and then he says I have to go to work. I mean, you can just spare time for one more question. I mean, I understand when I ask him another question, or else it's another trigger for him to come here. I understand when he says, I just have to go to work. I mean, you could just do one more question. You can do one question. I mean, now that's a 3rd trigger. I mean, now if he doesn't want to, again, or else I understand already that he has to really go to work. I understand now I say, you can understand one question. You have time for one question. I promise you then he may change his mind and just do one question, but then just speak up a bit more. I just need you to speak one question, man. I just need you to say one question so that I can go and answer for you. I understand, you have to understand that no matter what. I understand either way he may say, I have to go to work. You can do one little question. I promise you I'll answer the best I can. I promise you either way, he may go, or she may go, or he may go in terms of they may go, or whatever. I understand that what's important is understand that every single day, you go and really, really pronounce yourself man and wife with yourself. I promise you, if you want to be married, you be married with yourself. I promise you that's the best way, because I understand I never need anybody else to live my life. I don't need other people, I just need I I understand when I really do anything in my life to really, let's say, be more spontaneous every single day, I go and really public speak on the street, and I do it before sunset. I understand that it's a bit sprinkling today, but I understand that what's amazing is just a bit of sprinkle I can really understand. But what's amazing is that when it starts pissing down rain, in terms of starts the rainfall or whatever, and don't think that pissing is anything that you do in the toilet. I promise you now, pissing is not from the toilet. I promise you, pissing is a word, and understand that words are not disgusting. I promise you, there's no such thing as a disgusting word in life. I promise you, if you believe words are disgusting, I promise you, it's because you're disgusting. I mean, do you understand? I mean, words are beautiful, and that's why you're going to be beautiful. Alright, it doesn't matter if it's shitting or peeing or whatever it is. I promise you, it's a word, and you have to speak it up. You have to speak up words. You have to understand that no matter what, that words is something that you never be embarrassed about with yourself. You must understand, you must speak up every single word in the dictionary and look at it as positive. I mean, is pissing down rain positive? I mean, of course it is. I mean, of course it is. I mean, what do you believe? I mean, because you have to go to the toilet. I mean, come on. I mean, you understand that no matter what, you must understand every single day, most people are limiting themselves with words. I need you to get my business card. I need you to come over here and get my business card, sir. I need you, man. I need you. I understand either way that when you speak up and you're really doing something amazing, I understand that when you say you need somebody, you honestly mean it. But if they don't want to, you don't need them then. You don't need those people then. I understand that what's amazing is because they don't need you, so you don't need them. I promise you that's how it is, but you're just teaching people to come and get it. I mean, do you understand? And if they don't want you, or else it's because they don't like you. I mean, do you understand? Or else if they're inspirational about you, or else they'll get your business card. I promise you it's that simple. I promise you every single day, I go and really do something that's very foundational every single day, but I speak up, I speak my mind, I speak my heart out, I speak everything in Serbian now as well. I understand that I just have to motivate myself to speak much more Serbian, but understand this, I have a level of around 50% I can do Serbian. I understand either way, I understand it and I can speak it, but I have to improve it. Alright, now to improve my communication skills in Serbian, I have to write more. I have to speak it up more. I have to teach it more. I have to speak and teach in Serbian about what I love. I have to write Serbian down. I have to speak it up. Otherwise, if you want to learn a language, you have to speak it. Otherwise, now, if you're just listening to audio of somebody speaking Serbian, otherwise it's because you're not doing it. Otherwise, that what's amazing is if you want to learn anything, you have to understand you have to speak it. I mean, look at the baby. And when they want to say apple for the first time, who's going to teach him? I mean, who's going to teach a baby to say apple? I mean, the baby from itself has to say apple. I promise you, now they said the first word, and guess what? Otherwise, they learned the word apple. Otherwise, now they have to learn all the billion other words. I mean, do you understand? But you don't teach the kid to say apple, you teach them to say, I love apple. You teach them the first word, I. You must teach the kid firstly to teach them the word I love you. I promise you, that's the first words you have to teach your little child. I promise you, there's nothing else better than I love you as the first word that comes out of their mouth. I mean, do you understand? You teach them to say, I love you. I mean, do you understand? I mean, now, then you can say, my kids, first words are, I love you. I mean, do you understand? I mean, how beautiful is that? I mean, I don't even know my first words because it definitely was not I love you. I mean, my first words was definitely not I. I understand my biological mother said Danny was my first word. I mean, Danny, I missed the mark because I understand that I was not taught to love myself by my biological mother. I understand that she says, Danny, and then I said, Danny. I understand that now, I understand I missed the love completely. I mean, do you understand? Because you say, I love Danny. I love Danny. 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 I understand I must be the first word you teach your kid. I understand either way that what's amazing every single day is when you come and do a public speaking performance, you're so much greater than everybody else. I understand it just feels like that. Because everybody else is looking at you and it feels great. I promise you all the women are looking at you. I mean, all the men are looking at you. I mean, everybody's looking at you because you're just a star. I mean, you just got something going for yourself and then you feel great about it. And then when you feel great about it, you just do more every single day. And then you feel great. And then when you feel great, you communicate greater. I promise you, that's how it is. You have to understand every single time, invite people to a nice, beautiful session because we always need much more people speaking up. I promise you, anybody who speaks up more has a greater leader quality. I need you. I need you to speak up with me on the microphone. I mean, do you have the courage to do it? I mean, do you have the courage to do it? I need you to understand every single day that no matter what, that what's important is understand that invite people. I realize you invite people and you welcome people and you say, I need you. I need you to come over here. I need you to come over here and speak up on the microphone. I mean, are you able to do it? I mean, do you have the courage to speak? Do you have the courage to speak with me on the microphone? I mean, if you don't, you have to understand, you have to improve your confidence. I promise you that every time you ask, you shall receive an answer. I understand that when I ask and they don't come here, I realize that's an answer still. I understand it's because they're not confident. I realize it's because they're voiceless. I understand they have no voice. I understand that it's because of their communication skill. And now, in order for me to improve all my language skills, I just have to keep writing it down. Because that's how I achieve my singing career. I mean, that's how I achieve my acting and comedy and whatever I do. I mean, now, if you want to be let's say, a comedy star, I understand either way, you don't just be a comedy star, you be a singing star as well. You do a movie screen acting. thank you. I need you over here to come and get my nice, beautiful public speaking business card over here. I'll give you my business card. And also, understand, I need you also to come with me on the microphone and just say something with me. I need you to have a nice, beautiful interview with me. I want you to have a public speaking microphone gig with me. I want you. You are chosen by me. You are chosen to ask me a question. I promise you, anything that you want solved with your life, you can ask me. I mean, what do you need in terms of life? I mean, come over here. I will not hurt you. I will not hurt you. You can come over here. Well, what is your name? You're Nick. And what question do you have for me? Come over here. So we can see you. I have billions of people watching this. I understand that what's important is, what is your name? You said Nick, and what else? In terms of life, do you have a question with? What kind of question do you have with me today? How is your life going, and what are you doing for work, and what do you do with your life? Is that your wife?
I can ask anything?
You can ask anything. You can ask anything.
Why you come to stay every day?
Why did I come here?
Yes.
I came here because I understand that I have to promote my nice, beautiful name. I have to make a legacy. I understand that when you're improving your legacy every single day, you have to understand it starts with I understand when I love myself, I have to make sure that I'm always going back to the I, so I understand to increase my nice, beautiful capacity to be famous. And then when I be famous, I be popular, and all the money come in my life, and I have the wife, I have the kids, I have everything. I travel the world, I public speak, and I improve my communication skills every single day. But understanding that when you're speaking up, for example, and when you're speaking up with people, what's important is ask a question. Ask one question, and you're going to be speaking up. And that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of a leader. So understanding that when you're more leadership quality every day, you understand every single day that it doesn't matter what type of rainfall that it may fall in terms of life, it doesn't matter what type of legacy you have, other than just be greater. You have to be greater than yourself. You have to understand it doesn't matter about the weather. Just understand you come here and do a public speaking performance like I am today, and then learn to speak like I can. That's what you have to do in your language and in all languages. Try to learn as many languages as you can, because that's what a leader does. I understand every single day I'm always making sure I go and really, really convince people of a greater life. And that's why I have a YouTube channel, I have a nice, beautiful Instagram. And I understand that you two are very beautiful people, because you at least join me. I understand many people, I say, I need you, but you guys just come over here. I understand that you guys have confidence. I understand that you guys have leadership. I promise you, that's what you need to do.
Happy New Year.
I say Happy New Year. I understand that when you say Happy New Year, you say, I say Happy New Year. I say Happy New Year. I promise you, it's very important. I understand either way that what's important is understand that when you're growing up as an individual, what do you want to be?
Wish people happy family or
I want to wish. I want a lot of money.
You want a lot of money. And what is it about a lot of money? Why do you need a lot of money? You want to work. You want to work for a lot of money. Now when you want to work for a lot of money, what do you want to achieve with that money that you work for? I see. So, I see.
I have to spend money for my wife.
I see. So, you want to work to protect your family, and so that we can grow up together, and that we can live life, and so that we can have kids and travel the world, and also do something of leadership. I promise you, that's why you need the money.
Yes.
I promise you now, you have to understand that money in terms of leadership is also different from money in plastic money. And now what teaches you is money in leadership. And this, in terms of communication skills, is what you need more than the actual money of plastic. Because plastic money doesn't get you around the world, but public speaking does. I promise you now, when you're public speaking and you're really understanding that you go and lead people first and you give them a service, you get all the money in the world. I mean, you get everything, because what am I giving you here? I mean, am I giving you plastic money today, or am I giving you a great attitude? I give you a great attitude, because that's all the money in the world. And that's your best self, and that's your best potential. You have to understand that public speaking microphone, you have to do it. I mean, do you understand why?
I understand.
I mean, come have a nice, beautiful. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I mean, come on. I understand. I understand. I understand all though. That what's important is understand that either way, you can come. You can come. You can come. You can do it. 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 I promise you. Now, this shows your husband that you love him. I understand. Either way, you must understand that what's important is understand that we're getting a nice, beautiful promotion as well. I understand that what's amazing is, do you have any questions?
I have question. Why do you think achieve is important than money?
I say, why does leadership why is leadership more important than money? I understand leadership is much more important than money because of a great attitude and habits that you bring to the table in terms of skills, and you're never complaining and you're never doing anything of excuses, and you're understanding that anything that's blaming other people is not a leader. So understanding that plastic money is something that never teaches you. I mean, that portrait will never teach you anything, but my heart will. Alright, now my heart is what I give you in terms of, I'm giving you communication skills, but that portrait is not talking back to you. I promise you, that's why plastic money doesn't have plastic money doesn't have any value. So when you have all the plastic money in the world, but no friends with you, I mean, you've lost everything. I mean, when you have all the friends with you, but you have no plastic money, I mean, who cares about the plastic money? I mean, you have the girlfriend, you have the guy, you have the friends, you have family around you. I mean, that's much more than plastic money. I mean, that's why I understand that when you consider leadership quality and what you're doing around leadership.
How do you change someone? Is like a, someone think money important than leadership.
I see. So how do you change other people? You have to understand that when you're reading for yourself, you have to understand you're really public speaking, you're really doing communication work, you're really understanding that when you have a quality in you, you have to bring it out to the table. So you have to understand that it starts with you first. Otherwise, you don't ever change me or anybody else, but you have to change yourself, because through me, you can get that nice, beautiful information. And so can you, in terms of yourself, you can give that information. And now that information that comes out, otherwise the more you're speaking it out, the better leader you are. And now understand that money in terms of plastic or anything in terms of that nature will never bring that information out of you. But look at a nice, beautiful baby that's just born. Or else that baby has to talk, doesn't it? Or else you're that baby that has to talk up. You're the same baby that still has to talk more. Because otherwise, if you don't talk on a microphone, I mean, a little baby can do it. I mean, if you call a little baby on the microphone and you say, you must say something, or else they'll say something. Because it's much better to say something than nothing. Otherwise, that when I call somebody and I say, I need you over here to speak with me and to speak up, and they say no, or else it's because they're not confident.
More people don't speak up, and then he think or they think, but they, how can I say it?
I understand. I understand, although that my microphone over here, I don't know what's going on. I understand it's all good. I understand that what's amazing is when you're really inviting somebody or you're really talking with somebody, I mean, just understand that no matter what's going on around the world, you must work on yourself. I promise you, it's not important what's going out there and the police and what they're doing around the world and the governments and all. I mean, that's not important. But what's important is understand to have a great attitude first. I mean, to have a great attitude first, you have to be able to communicate with people. So that's why I invite you, because I want to have a nice, beautiful relationship with you. And it's not anything sexual, but something that we can both vibe on so that we can feel connected with each other in terms of I understand when I feel a connection with you and him, I feel much greater because I treat you like a sister, I treat you like a brother. I mean, do you understand? And that's what communication and that's what friends are. But if I say over here that I need you to give me plastic money before I even give you my heart, I promise you that's not business. But when I give you my heart first, I don't care about the plastic money. But if you choose to give me plastic money, I receive. I receive because I understand either way that what's important is giving. And when you're giving something, you give your heart first. You give your heart and you say, I love you, I don't care about anything else. I understand that the world may be falling apart. I understand all that. I want you to be with me. I want to walk with you for the rest of my life. I understand either way. I want us to grow. I want us to learn. I want us to go travel the world. But I want us to grow like Danny can. I mean, do you understand? I want us to grow as well. I want us to go on YouTube. I want us to go and say something on beautiful camera and start to really lead people as well. I don't want to just travel. I want to lead people while I travel. I want to be in front of tens and thousands of people while I travel the world. I mean, that's much better than just traveling. I mean, understand either way that when you're really inspiring somebody, you must really, really learn much more. So when you're learning much more, you have to do it. You have to do what you have to say. You have to say all that nice, beautiful information you have. I mean, what kind of passion do you have?
Before I grow up, I have a lot of passion, but now I think my passion is like a work, study, and then take care of my family and take care of myself.
I see, and now your passions is solely information based in terms of your passions is all about information. So what kind of information do you have that you can give to people? I mean, you have unlimited information. You have so much information you can give to somebody.
I think I don't have a lot, but I'm gonna give hug first for my friend, for near people to decide on me.
I see.
Yeah, and then give them to love.
I see. So, for example, with the nice, beautiful communication signal that you're giving me, you have to understand that information is your passion. You must understand that anything that you have in terms of life, you have information in you right now. And it doesn't matter your age, but that information is your wisdom. And that's about life. You have your life, and that life story that you have is something you can give right now. But you have to get on the microphone. And it's so easy to speak about your story, isn't it? And that's how you build confidence. You build confidence with your story. So if you have nothing else to give, you start with your story. I mean, your story is something that you grew up with and nobody else grew up with your story, and you're unique and you have a different face and nobody else in China or anywhere in the world has your face. I mean, everybody is unique, and understand that is why God made us, in terms of God made us in a beautiful image of God, to make sure that everybody is one. Because there's no two of you, or else there's only one of you, or else your name is?
My name is Tin.
I say, my name is Tin. You have to say, I say, my name is Tin. I say my name is Tin.
I say my name is Tin.
I mean, that's powerful. I say this, I say that, I say this, I see that, I give you this, I understand you, I love you. I mean, that's very powerful, but anything else is shy. I mean, if you don't start with the I and you say Tin, I mean, you then sound very shy, but you say, I say my name is Tin. I mean,
I say my name is
I
Tin.
say my name is Tin. I love you very much. I'm very inspired by you. I promise you, that's something that's much more, isn't it? I promise you now, every single sentence that I have also, understand, I always say, I thank you. I mean, you say thank you, but say, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I mean, make sure you understand your I and do not miss the I, because understand many people are cutting off the I, as Jesus says. So understand that either way, that what you're following in life is information. You must understand I have 600 hours of communication, and that's why I can speak like this. I mean, you understand? So you have to do that. You have to do that. You have to do 600 hours of this. I mean, do you understand? Because that way you become professional. And then you travel the world. Because are you convinced of I about life? I mean, you can understand that either way, that what's amazing is when you're convincing yourself and others about life, you have to lift people, and you have to understand to communicate faster and faster, because that's how you keep people interested in you.
Nice to meet you.
I say nice to meet you. I said nice to meet you because understand that when you say nice to meet you, without saying say nice to meet you, I say argue. I say argue. I understand that what's important is I never argue with anybody, but when you're saying anything in terms of argue, you say I argue. I understand you have to say the I there. For it's very important that whatever type of nice, beautiful situation you have to be teaching somebody something. So either way, just make sure you're much more inspirational, and come and check me out on Nice Beautiful YouTube and Instagram, and have a nice, beautiful life with yourself that's much greater, and come and understand that no matter what, you can join me on a nice, beautiful public speaking gig whenever you find me. I mean, whenever you come and see me, I just say, I want to say I love you.
I want to say I love you.
I love you too. I love everybody. I love you guys. I understand either way that what's important is just make sure you're just much better. And then when you're much better, I mean, get yourself in a nice, beautiful video camera, and then you wave, and you say, you can wave as well. You can understand either way, we love you guys. Understand that when I say we, I put the I first. I say we love you.
I say we love you.
I say we love you. I don't say we love you. I say we love you. Understand there's a big difference. I mean, we love you, but then I say we love you. I say I understand, I guarantee that we love you. I is first, isn't it? Because when I say I guarantee, we. I guarantee first. I first guarantee that we, because it's I over we. I promise you, life doesn't start with we. I promise you, life starts with I. I over we. I over you. You over him. I say him over them. I mean, do you understand? I mean, them over they. I mean, either way, what's important is understand that when we go and really, really dwell upon something greater every single day, I mean, communication skills in terms of 600 hours and more, you need to do it. I thank you. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you. I love you very much. I love the Buddha. I love everything. I love meditation every single day. I thank you very much. I'll see you very soon. I thank you. I thank you for even being on the nice, beautiful microphone with me. I need one of you to come on the nice, beautiful microphone with me. I need you to come have a nice, beautiful public speaking gig with me. I mean, come on. I mean, you guys can do it. I mean, you guys can do it. You guys can do it. I understand you can do it. You can do it, especially. I understand you. I mean, come here. I mean, you can come here. You can come here. I understand you can come. I understand all of you come here. I want to have a nice, beautiful public speaking gig with you. I understand that what's important is I want to understand what's your name, and let's just make sure that you go and introduce yourselves into my nice, beautiful camera, because there are millions of people watching us. You can come over here. I will not touch you. I have no coronavirus. I understand it's just a fake pandemic. I understand either way, we got... I mean, what's your name?
My name is Harrison.
I say my name is Harrison. You say, I say my name is Harrison.
I say my name is Harrison.
I's first. I mean, what is your name?
Amara.
You say, I say I'm Amara.
I say I'm Amara.
I mean, what is your name? You say, I say my name is Rihanna.
I say I'm Brianna.
What is your name?
I say I'm Piper.
I say you have it first.
I say I'm Marilyn.
I say they get it. I mean, now do you get it? I mean, what's your name now? I mean, come and check out your name. I mean, say your name again.
My name is still Harrison.
I say my name is Harrison.
My name is Harrison.
You see, now you get it. I mean, what's your name?
I say my name is...
Do you get it now? I mean, what about you?
I say my name is Brianna.
I understand. I already see you two. I understand, although you come over here and you give it to him again. I mean, what is your name?
I say my name is Harrison.
I say my name is Harry, but then you just said all right. You said I say it's all right.
I say.
I say it's all right. So you never say all right. You say I say it's all right. Because I is very important, because that's how you really have to understand how I speak every single day. I speak in a way of I love you, because no other word is interesting other than I. I mean, what's a better word than I today? I mean, petrified, you say I am petrified. You say I am petrified. But understand that, you must understand that I'm not petrified. You have to understand I is very important. You say I am not petrified. You have to say it. You have to give it a microphone. You have to say. You said petrified. You said petrified. You said petrical. I understand, although you say I say petrical.
I say petrichor.
I understand. That's very important, because I understand every single day I'm always making sure I can go and communicate. But it's a nice, beautiful family over here you guys have.
Yeah.
I say thank you.
I say thank you.
I is first all the time. I mean, every single sentence is I. I mean, there's no other way. I mean, how do you start your sentences off?
With a capital letter.
You never say that. You say, I say with a capital letter.
I say that it's very...
I, because if you don't say, I mean, if you don't put the first...
I say, why is the food court closed?
I don't know, but my first answer is I don't know. I mean, that's why. I don't say anything else than I, but what's important is understand when you label yourself in a dictionary, I mean, what do you really understand about the dictionary in terms of what you are in the dictionary? I mean, what kind of word in the dictionary do you label yourself as?
Now.
You never say like I, you say I like I. I like I. But there's only one word that you can really label yourself in a dictionary with, and it's I. I mean, do you want to be a cat? I mean, do you want to be I? I is much better, isn't it? Actually, there's only one word that you have to, I mean, just be you, which is just be I. I mean, when you're you, you're I. I'm I, you must be you. But when you're you, you're also I. I understand either way that what's important is every single day. I mean, you guys have nice, beautiful passions. So what are your passions? I want to know. You love music. You say, I love music. I love music. I mean, have that nice, beautiful slang with the I first. I mean, I know my I though. I understand that what's important is what's your passion?
I'm very passionate about English and about music as well.
You said first. I mean, you say I am very passionate, and that's it. You don't say you just go I am very passionate.
Well, all right. I mean, I say well, all right.
You can say that. I understand that's very powerful. But what's amazing is if you never want to say in your language, you say I instead. I understand. When I say I never have room for in my life. I used to go public speaking and Toastmasters and all that, and that's somewhere I realize where you can go to public speak. But I understand. I used to do my nice people speeches, and I used to go and 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 I mean, I used to always 500 times within 1 minute say because I didn't have the confidence. But then I changed the with the I. And now I understand that 10 sentences from now and 50 million sentences that I speak next, I realize every single gap in between the sentences, my first letter is I. I understand now. I understand. Although, what's the last word of my life? I. And what's the first letter of your life?
First what, sorry?
I mean, what's the first, you don't say you say I. I over You say I over
I say I over
I mean, that's the way. And then you're learning like that. You're actually learning because you say it like that. Because what you say is what you are. But the more you speak or else the more you become I mean, the more you speak I, or else the more you become I. Or else it's much better to say I love you than love you. I mean, they're saying I love you. I mean, that's nice. I mean, that's nice and beautiful. But what are you teaching your kids?
Not much.
I say not much. I say not much. I mean, that's important. But the first thing that you must be teaching your kids is I love you. I love you is the first words that must come out of your kids' mouths. I understand that what's important is understand that my biological mother taught me my first word. I mean, she said, Danny is my first word. I mean, that's the first word I spoke out. But not I, but she taught me something very ridiculous where I understand I didn't love myself for that. I mean, she made me believe that I am Danny. I'm not Danny, I'm I. I mean, you are not your name, you are just I. I mean, that's your real name. You are I. I mean, that's your real name. So anything that you ever label in life, you must label the I for I love you. And you must know that only. You must only know the one letter, which is the I. I mean, what do you know in the dictionary?
Pardon?
I mean, what is the only word in the dictionary that you know?
There are many words in the dictionary that I know.
I mean, there has to be one word in the dictionary that you know.
Well, if I had to choose, I suppose it would be I, given the
I is all I know.
circumstances. Yeah.
I is all I know. So guess what? I realized in the dictionary and encyclopedia, I know nothing else except one word. I realized, what is that word? I. I is the only word I know. Because when you know anything else in life, you must understand that you don't know. I mean, understand either way that what's important is understand that when people are causing trouble, you just relax and just realize that what you must realize is just lift people up. You must be lifting people up. You must understand that you must be doing something of positive encouragement all the time. I understand, although, that you must look at me and not over there. I understand what's important is just realize something. You must realize how to really lift people. I understand either way that what's important is understand just be yourself. I mean, do you get me? I mean, do you understand?
I do. Thank you.
I mean, either way, you say I do. I mean, what do you say? I do as well. I understand either way that. I mean, what is the teaching over here? I mean, what's the teaching? I say it's like. I see. I understand, although what have I been speaking about this whole time? I mean, is that the teaching?
Yes.
I guess. I thank you very much. I mean, that's how. You don't say yes or no, you say I guess. I mean, when somebody asks you to be yes or no, you say I guess. I is first and not yes. I mean, yes is not first and no is not first. But I guess is. I is first. I mean, when somebody says ask yes or no, or answer me yes or no, you say yes, I say no. I is first. I mean, you can say that, but don't say yes just without the I, and don't say no without the I. You say yes in terms of I say yes, and then I say no. Of course, that's very important. But I understand either way that you guys can find me on YouTube and Instagram. I understand that what's important is just make sure that you're just much more of a leader and make sure you're always growing yourself. You have to be public speaking. I have 600 hours on Nice Beautiful YouTube channel right now, and that's why I can speak like this. You have to also have 600 hours of your face on YouTube. Or that's how you become a big legacy. Of course, that's very important. But make sure you're not listening to anybody around you. I'm just listening to my voice over here, and you must be watching and looking me in the eye. You never look me in the eyes, you look at me at one word. What was the word of God? I is the word of, what is the word of God?
Pardon?
What is the word of God? You don't say pardon, you say I say pardon.
I say pardon.
What is the word of God?
I.
I isn't. Do you feel confident when you say I?
Probably.
I mean, you say I say.
probably.
I say
think
probably. I mean, what is the word of God? You say I. I is the word of God. I understand either way. Just make sure every single day you're just never worried about anything around you, because what's important is understand that some people may be sick, but understand either way that when you're leading people and you're doing something amazing every single day, you're focusing your attention upon what? I is very important. I mean, you guys get the lesson. I mean, when I sit you in a nice, beautiful student class and I write something on the board, I mean, what do I write? I write a big I. You say I write a big I. You say that. You must understand, you don't say any other words first other than I. And then anything that comes after I, you can say it. I mean, do you understand? You say, I say yes. I mean, look at how many times you've cut the I out. I mean, understand Jesus says, don't cut your I out. I understand that's why I can speak. I understand I can look at your language. I understand my words. I never cut my I out. I'm speaking every single sentence first with my I, and I end it with I. I speak it again with I end it with I. I speak it with I speak it with I. I mean, I connect it together with I end it with I. I now realize that I am what? I understand either way, I'm coming back to the I, aren't I? I'm always coming back and I'm learning and growing all the time. But do you guys have anything in terms of a question that you can ask me? I think. You can say I think. I think is very important. You think you understand it? And what else?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I understand you guys can actually understand me now. You can understand how to really boost your confidence. I love you all. Oh, thank you. I mean, just understand it's so easy to say I love you, so keep saying it. I mean, just say I love you. I mean, I love you. Just understand that most people cannot even say I love you. I mean, they say love you without the I. You don't say love you, you say I love you. I mean, understand that when you're saying this to all people, just understand it's so easy to say it, so say it more often and you'll be much more of a leader. First, that's how you do it. You say, I say yes. I say yes. First, it's very important, so I have to catch you out because that's what a teacher does. I then need you to understand every single day that when I go and really do something amazing, I'm making sure every single day I'm leading people. I understand when I lead people, I'm doing better. I understand that's the whole actual point. I understand when you're leading people, you're actually doing something greater. I don't know where you guys are going now, but what's amazing is that when you're going somewhere, I mean, where are you going? You're going on the train? I mean, where are you going? I understand, and where are you going? I mean, where are you going? I mean, you passed the test. You said I first. I mean, that's it. I mean, you understand my nice, beautiful lessons, so you guys can go. I mean, that's it. I mean, I thank you very much. You say, I say thank you. I say thank you. I say, I have to catch you out. But sometimes if I miss out on catching out, it's because I'm listening to you. I say bye. I say bye. Thank you. I'll see you guys very soon. I understand, although I thank you very much. I thank you very much. I understand. I say bye. I say bye. You guys can find me on Instagram and talk to me anytime. I thank you. I thank you. I understand, although, guys, I understand that it's really, I mean, it's, let's say, getting late over here, so I have to go. But make sure you guys know your I.